No kick move, 0 out of 10 game. Nope, wait, here it is. We're back to 5 out of 5. I have played a lot of Elden Ring, and I still don't think I've done it all. The most impressive thing about the DLC is that thanks to the 8 new categories of weapons, what the fuck? It retroactively makes playing through the entire game new again. This isn't just 40 hours of new content. It's another sandbox they put on top of the old sandbox. And for some of these weapons, oh, they are big. They have moves that totally redefine how you interact with the space. But no monk armor, so 0 out of 7. Oh, wait, I found it. I just gotta remove it from this mannequin. The shadow of the Erd Tree takes place inside the Erd Tree's shadow, which is actually inside this guy's arm. The only explanation I have for this is that FromSoft already did the Mario 64 paintings twice, so they decided to do reverse Bloodborne, I guess. I don't know, man. Ask fucking Vadi. I don't know anything about the lore. Take one step into the world, and you'll see just how evocative the art design is. It's like walking around a Rembrandt painting, and the further you go, the more beauty and depth you find. The catacombs, which were the weakest part of exploration in the base game, are now the highlight. Each one tells a unique story. They have their own elements and enemies and mechanics that are just for that area. Oh, and passing through this boss gate right here. I can't spoil it, but I got goosebumps. Curse you, Bale! That's where Shadow of the Erd Tree shines. Those moments that you only get once, but they make up for it by having like 12 of them. And 6 of those moments are in the final boss fight alone, that you could see 1 frame at a time. FromSoft really innovated by animating this game in Google PowerPoint. The only part of this DLC that might prove a bit controversial is the difficulty. I wrote this part before the Steam review started coming in. Past me was a genius. Current me still can't spell hippopotamus. FromSoft has done a great job at providing tools like friends and spirit summons and status effects to take the edge off challenging boss fights. But for those of us who aren't summon pilled, yeah, this one's hard. The fucking Moon Lady, oh, she is an asshole. She's fun to fight until you fight her for 8 hours and die 47 times. I mean 48 times. Elden Ring changed how Souls bosses react to the players. My guess is we have Sekiro to thank. In the old Souls games, bosses had like a chain of 2 or 3 attacks, and then they give you an opening. If you were greedy, you would go for 3 attacks and probably get fucked by stamina, but if you were big-brained, like me, you would hit them once, or maybe twice, and almost be guaranteed to get out fine. If Dark Souls is a carefully curated orchestra where every instrument is there to complement each other in a delicate balance, Elden Ring is a marching band. I think they know what they're doing, but why is there a flamingo? Like, I'm sure somebody playtested this. I'm just not sure they were looking at the game or had eyes. Luckily, that wild abandon for balance was also taken to the player's weapons, which are super fair. I somehow feel like Shadow of the Erd Tree is the most balanced and the least balanced Souls game of all time. Because it isn't balanced, like at all, but the level of absurdity was so equally designed into every part of the game that it winds up feeling perfect. If you want, you can absolutely treat this like an ordinary Souls game. If you practice a boss enough times, you can defeat them just you versus them with your average sword and shield or whatever. But I found a lot of fun in treating every boss like a freeform puzzle. The game basically puts this absolutely bullshit obstacle in front of you and says, figure it out. So you decide, okay, I'll burn it down. Oh yeah, much better now that he's on fire. Okay, let's hit him at range. Turns out he has range too. Maybe lightning stuns him. I mean, well, kinda, I think. Hit him with a big sword. Oh, congratulations. You are the greatest player. Take our award. And this one. Speaking of bosses, FromSoft is really bringing the heat this time. We got Easy Bake Oven, the Sunflower, from hell. The Centipede, from hell. 18 inches of Mesmer, the Golden the Big Dog. By the way, this DLC is huge. You aren't going to complete it in 20 hours. I think 40 is a lot closer to the actual amount of time it'll take. Is what I wrote before I beat it. It actually took me 50 hours. 50 hours. Somebody needs to ask Miyazaki if he's played his own game, because he has never been to Limgrave. FromSoft designs wonderlands of creativity. Every boss fight is pushing their engine and their players to the limit. Each one fresh and original and difficult. Not because it's bullshit. Well, okay, not total bullshit. But because they reinvent their mechanics with every boss. Reinvigorating their game system in a new way with every new entry. They even playtest it sometimes, if they feel like it. These fights are filled with tiny oversights, which end up feeling like huge deals during the fights, but they can't actually take away from how good the game really is. But no Bloodborne dodge, so 0 out of 27.